So today we are floating a new section of the river for us. Our ordinary trip, we paddle down from Comfort, Texas, the I-10 bridge, all the way down to 1376, just below Sisterdale. Well, today we decided we want to do a little bit shorter stretch for an overnighter, but we wanted to put in at Sisterdale and paddle down to 474 bridge. And so that's Amon's Crossing, I believe is what that is. And so it's about an 11 to 12 mile trip. So we're gonna make about half of that today. We got on the water a little earlier than what we normally do on the first day as well. So we want a little more relaxed, more time to fish, swim, just hang out, and we wanna have camp set up a little sooner than what we did on the previous trips as well. So anyway, y'all hang with us and we'll see what kind of new, exciting stretch of river we can find. So as planned, we got to our campsite at about 5:30. We spent some time fishing, setting our camp up, just kind of cooling off in the water. And we got our fire built. And now Mary and Kevin are getting ready to make Axis burgers. So we're gonna have a really great meal. Been a great time on the river for day one, and we're looking forward to a great evening tonight. And we'll do it all again tomorrow. So thank y'all for joining us.
that's what I'm gonna do. Can you see those spots, Michael? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Can you see those spots, Michael?
This is a great little camp that we had here, great little spot. We were able to hang 6 hammocks. Mary and Kevin brought Axis burgers that we had for dinner last night, and then we had migas for breakfast this morning, which was fantastic. The temperature dropped down to about 60 degrees. Actually, I think it was right at 60 degrees, and it got a little cold in the hammock. So that's a lesson learned for next time. If forecast calls for 60 degrees or in that vicinity, then probably need to go ahead and bring the underquilts. But otherwise, we did pretty good. It only was that way for a couple of hours. We got up this morning. Colette got the fire going in Jenna, and then we had coffee and warmed up pretty quickly. So it's already getting pretty warm this morning. It's 9:20 and we're getting ready to get back on the river. So here we go for the day. A fairly innocuous stretch of river, not too much in the way of rapids, but there are a few places that will get you. Jeanette went over and turned upside down. Colette just tipped over and turned her kayak upside down. Little yard sale, as we call it. Everything floating across the river, but that's why we tether everything down, or at least have it float. So it's a really nice stretch of river. Mostly peaceful and serene, but a few spots that can be a little fun. But Jenna just had a big spill. Got caught up underneath where the river's flowing underneath that log over there. It actually turned her kayak over, and then the water just started rushing on it. It took 4 of us. There was another guy that was paddling down the river about that time, and it took Kevin, me, Jenna, Mary, him, and several of us quite a bit to get the kayak off those logs because of the pressure of the water. So luckily Jenna's okay, everything I think is okay, no harm to the kayak that we can tell. That was a bit of excitement for this trip. Well, we're having to make another emergency field repair, and I felt it happen when we were going over some rocks, and then sure enough I could feel it starting to list and lean over and shift the other way, so I knew that I was taking on water. So we pulled over on the side. We've got our epoxy. It's a 15-minute epoxy. It's been about 10 so far. Hopefully it'll hold for the rest of the trip. We've got about 6 miles left. So if not, we'll limp it all the way back. We'll make it. All right, so we're back in business. We went ahead and put the JB Weld 2-part epoxy on it, and then I added some tape to the top of it, and then I actually melted a Gatorade lid and put in that scupper hole, and then taped over that. So hopefully that'll hold for the little over 6 miles we have left till the end. Maybe time for a new kayak. Here cars going over the bridge, but now I see the actual crossing. So that's going to mark the end of the trip. It's been a really nice one. That's a beautiful stretch of water. Again, not a whole lot of rapid section on it. It's certainly not at this water level or at this flow. I think we got on, it was around 86, somewhere around there. Cubic feet per second, and that's measured in comfort. The next measuring station is actually down from here. But anyway, it was a really good trip. Nice overnighter. We did a total of about 11 miles, I guess. I think we did most of that today. I think we had 3 miles, about 3.5 miles yesterday, and then we did, I don't know, somewhere 7.5, 8 today. So it was a really nice trip. Again, thank y'all for joining us. Until we see you on the next one.